input, age, gender, and you enter it. There's one thing about this. I just want to quickly show this. This is not part of what you are supposed to learn. I just want to quickly show this, that you can also input data using the command window. So I have told Stata that I want to enter data with 2 variables using the input command, input, age, and gender. Number 1, see, you can see number 1 here. It's telling me that I should enter data for the first observation, the age and gender for the first observation. Let's say for the first observation, I say the age is what? 23. I'm talking about, okay, adolescents. 18, and gender. I want to put it in terms of the code. So for 1 is male, I say 1, I enter it. See, as soon as I enter, what did we say again? 2, right? Or the second observation, or at the case will be the second case. So I say, okay, the second person is 17 and same male. Third person 16, female. Anyway, let's stop there. And when you start this, when you get to this place, you must tell Stata, because Stata will keep telling you that, okay, the next one, the next one, the next one. You can see 4 is there again. So you must tell Stata that you are done. Your data has finished. So when you do that, what you need to do is just say end. When you say end, it will not bring any number for you to continue again. So for you to see what you have entered, your data, you know what I said, you can use how many procedure? Either edit or what? Or browse. If I browse now, you can see the data I just entered, right? So let me see if I can edit it. I want to change 18 to 15. You double click to enter, it will not allow you because you have entered the editor using browse. So, but if you use edit, you can edit your data. You see that it's possible. That's where I'm going, just to give you an overview of that. Now let's go to the next one and see the command you brought out for the change I made. Replace age equals 15 in 1. Can you see? What is 1? 1 is the first observation. Is that not where we edited it? So that's what it means. So anything you do, it will bring out the command equivalent of what you do manually or even using point and click. You see all of those in your results window. Now let me go to the next. We want to load our data sets. I've spoken about do file, right? Yes. Now let's open a do file. All of us are together. We are doing this. Open a new do file. Just click on that thing to bring out another window. Do file editor. Are we all there? Yes. People are not responding. Yes. So this is what I want us to do. Usually, when you are working in Stata and you want to work with a new project, you need to remove what you have currently so that you can start afresh with the new project. Is that not so? So what you do, there is a command that I use to remove that without you having to close Stata and open Stata again. It's called clear. So I'm going to type that instead of putting clear here. Instead of putting clear here, I will use the do file to do it. Let me minimize this so that you can be seeing the pages. So, and also, for me to run this, when I say run, I mean execute a command or couple of commands. So for me to run this clear, is either I highlight here or I highlight and execute here. See, it will bring that. Okay, you can see execute selection. You either use execute selection at the top here or you use a shortcut, and that's Ctrl D. That's what? Ctrl D. So as this thing is highlighted now, I can say Control D. Can you see the response here? Aha. So and if let me show you my, this is not it though. Can see now that my data has disappeared. So that means we need to bring in a new data. Most of the times, to say clear all is like a stronger approach to removing everything so that you'll be sure that nothing is there. Clear and clear all, they work almost all the same. So I can say clear all, run it, it's still the same. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Now, after clearing, we want to bring in a data set for us to work with. In this case, the data in our folder. But before we do that, because I want us to always work with do file. Unless you want to do some quick understanding of the nature of your data, you can do that in command window. But for the full analysis you do everything inside do file. And as you are working, you are saving your do file. So that if anything should happen, because sometimes you may have hundreds of lines of code, and if that thing should go off, you know how it will look like for you to go back from the beginning and start again. So do everything you do inside do file, and as you are working, you are saving. So that next time when you come on, you'll be able to just go there and continue from where you stop. But before you can bring in your data, you need to tell Stata where your data is. Are we together? You must declare to Stata that this is where that data is, and anything you do regarding that project will be saved in that place. You could call it folder, but for Stata it is called directory. So now what we are going to do to tell Stata where we are going to be working, such that everything we do will be saved in that directory, in that folder, is the command is called change directory. It's not in the do file yet. We are going to do everything. No, it's not like we are going to type in the do file. Everything we are doing will be doing inside do file. Don't forget. Excuse me. So it is called change directory. So to do that, we are going to be using the cd command, change directory. Now, how did I arrive at where I am now? cd, you can see the command. Can you see it? I'm not sure. Is it clear? Can we all see it? You can see the cd. That's the first thing. And then, how did I get all of this? How did I get it? Because this is the folder where my own data is. This is what you will do. You go to, are we all together now?
Yes, sir.
You go to the desktop where you are working on. Let me just go to the desktop. This is the folder. This is the folder, and this is the data, right? This is where the data is, right? So what I do is to come to the top here, right click, and copy address as text. So I'll go to Stata and tell Stata that this is the address. Everything you are going to be doing for me will be going. Are we together? So you copy as text. Can we all do that? We had issues on this thing. You won't tell me like that. We are just going back and forth. So let's all do this at the same time. Have you all copied it?
Yes, sir. So
now let's go to Stata. Go to Stata. So let me remove the one I had here before. So I say cd change directory. I open two quotes. This is quotation, right? Can you see the quotation? Have you all copied the address?
yes.
So change directory, that's cd, followed by two quotes, the quotation. Yes, there is space. After the CD, there is space, and then you put your 2 quotes. There is no space between the quotes. So you go inside the quotes and paste what you have copied. Have you done that? Have you all done that? Yes. Who is having difficulty? What's the challenge? You cannot copy from your address. Our data is not opening. What is the challenge? Put your system down. Doctor.
I hope this flash is not infected. I deleted the whole folder. I copied it.
But hold on, you're copy now. He had a challenge with that, like that too before, and he sorted, and he used this to copy.
Laptop crashed.
When?
Not with this anyway. With the other flash. It's still 0 kilobytes. I copied. The data MP.
Have you sorted it out?
Yes, sir.
What was the challenge?
Couldn't copy.
But I copied everything.
Well, so how couldn't you copy? Why? Why couldn't you copy?
I didn't know the first.
Because you don't look up. I said you look up. have you done that? Very good. Very good. This is the place, right? I say come here, right click, and copy the address. Should we move on? We are moving on now. It is past 4 already. So please, are we here? Please look up. The link to download the MP3. I don't understand. Virus. You know what I'm going to do? Format that flash drive. Give it to somebody else to copy for you. Format the flash drive. And give it to somebody who you think is safe, who has. Format it. Maybe if you give. Format it. Maybe come and give prof here. Format the flash drive, give it to somebody that has a safe. I'm sure prof has so maybe you should copy that. Do you have anything there, sir? Anything that you don't want to disappear? So if you are all here now, so what this is what we are going to do. You know, I said the other time that if you want to clear, you can either highlight here. Are you all looking up? Yes. This is important. If you come here, I will not answer. You know, I told you I'm not a lecturer. Look up, sir. It's not even responding.
He's far ahead of us.
I think so. Sir, look here. Look here. Don't look at the system now. This is very important. I said earlier that when you want to run a command, you either use Ctrl D or you come here and do execute and you highlight. This is it. It is now that we have multiple commands on this do file, as I'm highlighting now, that means whatever I was going to do will be based on what I have highlighted. If I don't highlight and I come here and execute, it will run everything inside that do file. Do you understand? I have multiple commands inside this do file now. One is clear all, another one is cd, this is all this. If I highlight clear all and come to execute, or I use Ctrl D, you know those are the two ways you can run commands inside do file. If I do Ctrl D or run it here using this point and click, it will only run the ones I have highlighted. In this case, clear all. But if I don't highlight anything and I say Ctrl D, or I come here, I click execute like this, it will run everything in the do file. So you have the option of telling Stata, no, don't run everything, just run this. And the only way you can tell it is by highlighting the only places you want to run. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, moving on. I remember like yesterday when Doctor was saying something about annotation. That when you run a command, he was talking about tag when we were doing manually. In this case, there are ways through which you can annotate, or is it commentalize? You know, you try to put a comment such that you know what you are doing in certain places. Yeah. In this case, you can do it in two ways. The one is use of asterisk. This is asterisk. When you precede a command with asterisk or anything at all, maybe a text or whatever you write, it will turn to gray like this. It will turn to gray, meaning that is not a command. That is just a comment. Are you with me? So example is this. Look at, if I remove these two asterisks, what happened? It changed. So if I run this thing out, Stata will be looking at it like, is it a command, is it whatever? But it will give me error because it will not understand. It's not a command, but it's a text, but it doesn't understand what it's saying. So, but I wasn't intending to run a command. I was just trying to describe the next step that I want to do. So once you put the asterisk to annotate it, tell Stata that this is not a command, this is just a comment. It will change to green. So that, please note it. So now the next thing I want to do is to change the directory. So I highlight it. I'm not clearing all again because I had cleared initially. So if you run it again and clear all, you see the same thing because there was nothing there before. So to change directory, what I do now is to say Ctrl D, highlight what I want to do, and then say Ctrl D. What happened? You can see the command I just did. CD this, and then it showed the directory. So anything I do henceforth from here, it will be seeing that directory as where all my results will be going into. Look at this. This is a place where you see where directory you are working in. Can you see? Can you see? If you want to see the directory you are currently working in, this is where you will see it. So I'm currently inside this directory. So let me show you. Yes, I think we are here now. What can we do for agency? So generating new variables. Is there? Let me see if it is here. Before I wait, okay. So working with do file, we have done that. Hello? Are we together? If you have a question, let me know. Do you have any question? Yes. Okay, sir.
So can we also do all this on the command line without using it?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But I advise you always work with do file because it helps you to save everything you are doing. Have we even saved it? We have not. Oh. Have we saved it? So let's save our do file. So you just save it the way you save your Microsoft Word. See the save icon here, and then you can also click here and say save. So let me name mine as what happened when you because I have multiple of this. Which folder did it take you to? So you locate that folder. Locate that folder that you change your directory to. So that's where you go and save it. Fellow training. Okay, let me mention this before we proceed. Hello, can you see the name of your do file now? Fellow training. Mine is fellow training. So I don't know what you saved yours as. You saved yours as whatever it is, you'll be saying it here. Now let me say this. For some of us, if you look at this directory that I copied here, you notice that there's a space here. Inside that directory, there's a space here. There's also a space here. Is that not so? If I remove this quote, you know that the color changed, first and foremost. That means Stata will not understand this thing. If there is a space between something that is expected to be one word, are you with me? Because a directory to Stata is supposed to be one. So if you are writing, if you have a directory that has a split, the space between one name and the other, Stata will stop at the first space thinking, okay, this is where you are saying we should go. But if it does not, if that place does not exist, because it will not exist anyway, but if it does not exist, it will not give you any response. It will just bring error. So the idea is this: whenever you are sending in a particular name or whatever that has a space, to make Stata understand that it is just one line of information, you put it in what? In quotation. Are we together? Do you understand what I just explained? If I want to, as it is now, I ask Stata, change this to my directory. The reality is, because maybe when we get to, what did he say? Invalid syntax. And that's because there is a space between this place, and this place. Initially it will just look at this and stop here, not knowing that everything is a address that you are interested in. So, but for you to tell that everything should be taken as one, you put it in quote. It's the same thing that you do when you are labeling, but when we get there, we'll do that. I just want you to have that idea so you understand what I'm talking about. So now we are back to that directory. The next is to generate new variable from existing ones. We have variable here already. Remember when they were saying this morning that, okay, let's load our data first and foremost before we go. We have told Stata that this is where we want to work, and the command that you use to bring the data in is called use. 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 What should Stata use? Go to that folder again. Go and copy the name of that file. Can you see it? Do you know how to copy the name? I like to use my cursor to copy the name so that I don't make mistake. You click once, wait a bit, and then click again. It will bring you that small. You can see. You can just copy like this, right? Have you all copied? Me, I will copy my own. If you like, don't copy your own. So we'll move on from there. And then paste. This is the name of the file, right? So I tell Stata, look at what will happen in the variable window. If I say use this, and I say Control D, can you see all my variables? Can you see all my variables? No, I did not type Control D. I told you that there are two ways. Use your name of the data set, then highlight what you want to run, which is to bring data set in now, which is this use. Highlight it and then Control D. I told you that Control D or you execute. Those are the two ways you can run command. Control D, yes. Have you done that? It is saying, sorry?
You said file DTA, file not found.
Is it file not found?
It's showing red.
No, what is the red? What's the comment there?
Up to 5,000 million are currently allowed.
Oh yeah.
So what he's saying is that currently your stata, are you with me? Your stata is only set to accommodate 5,000 variables, and the data set you are looking at, this MHS, has 5,394 variables. This is what I want to use. So it's more than 5,000. So for you to be able to bring it in, you need to accommodate more than 5,000. So if you, all you are going to do is to set maximum variable. So in this case now, you know you are supposed to go beyond 5,004. Just go beyond what is currently there. But usually you don't know the size of your variable. If you don't know, just go to a very large number so that by the time you bring your data in, your data should be able to accommodate. Let's say 15,000 for instance. You can just say set maximum variable at 15,000. See what I'm saying? I'm doing it inside command here. Can you see? People are not looking up. Can you see this? Set maximum variable, that is MAXVAR, and you set it at what? 15,000 or 20,000 or 30,000. Just make sure that it's bigger than the number of variables. Have you done it? So run the use again and see whether it will come in or not. Has it worked? It has not worked. What are you going to do? In what respect, man? No. I told you here. You just press enter here. When you are working in your command line, you just press enter. Okay? Use Have you done it here? You should respond. What did you say? Yeah, because you have not brought in your data. Even the one that we say now. No, you are separating it. You need to set maximum variable. It's because you put space here. No space.
The previous command.
You are saying it as you are typing as I'm saying it. There's no art.
But what I'm saying, the previous commands, you see, is saying unrecognized.
What did you can't. Did you say use? You can't even bring it in until you set your maximum variable. So let's say set maximum variable is remove this at 15,000. Where's the enter? So it has set now. It has set. So you can see that the command here is normal. It's not red.
Okay.
So where's your DUFA?
Click here.
What happened? You're not typing what I'm typing up still. it's because you are not looking up. I said